I've spent the past 4 days playing nothing but Survivor, in an attempt to grind tome challenges. And I thought it would be interesting to kind of talk about some stuff that I've noticed over the past 4 days. Now, I want to start this video off by saying that the title is not clickbait. I'm not here to sit there and be like, you suck, but it's okay. No, it's not okay. You all suck, and I suck as well. You suck, I suck, the guy next to you sucks. Every single person in this game sucks at Survivor. One of the biggest things that I started out with was basically not being able to do jack-a-diddly dog shit. Now, I have a healthy amount of experience in Survivor. Of my almost 1900 hours at this point, probably right around 40% of that is in Survivor. The problem is that I stopped playing Survivor for sometimes months at a time. Like, I will literally not play Survivor for like 2 or 3 months sometimes because I just hate fucking playing it. Most of the reason is because I don't like the feeling of helplessness. I cannot stand when I feel like there's just nothing I can do. And while not every killer does that, in fact, I would say most of the killers don't do that. Some of them do. And what hurts my ego the most is that the killers that I just don't know how to run properly are not even that strong. Like me personally, I put Clown and Doctor in B tier because they are B tier killers. But I can't run either of them for shit. I feel completely helpless. I don't know what I'm doing. And it pisses me. I can run a nurse better than I can run a clown. I can run a blight better than I can run a doctor. Okay, I can literally run the S tier killers better than I can run B tier killers. It hurts my ego a lot. But I also hate when I go to, I end up in a dead zone, or I always tell people I'm not normally that mad at the game unless something happens that's not in my control, right? So if the game just decides it's gonna lag out, or I get hit when I'm 35 feet away from the killer or something like that, then I get really mad. But the thing that pisses me off the most about any video game, not just Dead by Daylight, but any video game, is when I fuck up and I knew that I should know better, right? Like, if I'm running a killer and to the left of me is Shaq and to the right of me is a dead zone, and for whatever reason I decide to go right, I get pissed off at myself because I did a stupid mistake and I should know better. I should know to go left to Shaq. I have spent so much time over the past 4 days looking at in-game salts and looking at people, in the game, and people coming to my Twitch and shit like that, my teammates and stuff. So many of you are so ass at this video game, and you have no unearthly idea how bad you are. The other day, I had a Bill who has absolutely negative situational awareness, like zero situational awareness. He did not look around. He got grabbed off of a gen 4 different times. And the only reason he wasn't dead was because we had a Leon on our team who for once was not a steaming pile of shit, who would save him with flashbangs and pallet stuns and shit like that. This Bill just kept getting grabbed off of gens. And at the end game, he was like, why won't you guys commit to gens? Because the killer is 2.5 feet away from us, my dude. And you have just decided that you were going to play without headphones and your monitor off and in the next room. And then there's the numerous times, and this is live, these are in the VODs, you can check them, I'm not bullshitting you here, numerous times where I would run killers for 2+ minutes and no gens would get done. I don't know how that's fucking possible. I don't know how that's even in the realm of reality, but it happened. It happened on multiple occasions. It happened where I would run the killer for an extended period of time. And look, like I said, I know I'm not good at this game. So when I run a killer for more than 10 seconds, I'm just as fucking surprised as you are, okay? I know we're all shocked and sitting on the sidelines and being like, wow, Kaiser's actually doing something useful. I understand that, but could you please do a gen while you're in awe? And it's just one of those things where I'm so sick and tired of the way that Survivor players act toward their teammates when they are also incredibly bad at this game. A lot of you do not understand things like gen efficiency and even basic looping knowledge. Like I've witnessed so many people who will, like, instead of taking the long way so it takes the killer longer to catch up, will go the short way. And so the killer just goes, okay, and just fucking goes the short way and catches them, and then they get mad and pissed off. But the number one thing that has been bugging the shit out of me for the entirety of this time I've been playing is people who are giving up in either they give up way too easily, like they're the first person down so they just insta-kill themselves on hook, or people who give up in winnable situations. And I think of the two, the latter pisses me off more. The other day, I had a tome where I had to escape like 4 times or something like that. And on I after like 5 or 6 matches, I'd gotten 3 escapes, which is a pretty good escape ratio. So then I went on a complete fucking losing streak. I mean, we had so much shit, just everything. It was Murphy's Law. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And I was getting frustrated and annoyed and pissed off. Well, at one point, we were on Batum Preschool against a Death Slinger. Now, if you don't know, Batum is one of the most survivor-sided maps in the game, not necessarily because of the strength of its loops, although the main building is fairly strong, but because of the size of the map and the difficulty of patrolling the map. No matter which variation of Batum you're on, it is very, 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 very hard for killers to patrol the gens, because there's a bunch of gens at bottom level, a bunch of gens at top level. There's no quick way into these areas, so unless you are a killer with map traversal, and even then it could be very difficult, it's very hard to patrol them. So when you're a killer like the Death Slinger, who moves at 110 and his entire ability to do anything is based around whether or not he can catch you in the wide open, should be fairly easy for you and your team to win the game. And as a matter of fact, we were winning. We had 3 hook stages on the board with only 2 generators left, and one of those 2 generators was almost finished. A Rebecca went down, and she hadn't been hooked yet, and she instantly killed herself on hook. Why? What was the purpose? Now, the thing about that is that you're thinking, well, you had 2 gens done, 1 was almost done, nobody was really on death hook yet, her killing herself on hook really shouldn't have been that big of a deal. But the thing that you got to remember about Dead by Daylight is that this is one of those games where every single moment counts. Every single second that is happening right then and there is something that can teeter in the other direction. Her killing herself on hook caused one of the people to panic and get off of the gen they were on, because there was 2 people on the gen that was almost done. They saw her go to second, they went, oh shit, let go of the gen, and then it fucking DMS'd and closed the other person off of the gen, which gave the Slinger time to go to that gen, knock that person down, pop it, and by the time the Rebecca got saved, the Rebecca ran back to the Slinger and let him down her again so she could just get killed. So this Rebecca's one decision to start giving up in a very winnable situation when I was already on the way to rescue her is fucking insane. It allowed the Slinger to just snowball, almost completely regress the second generator, and then we were kind of stuck where we had 1 person on death hook, where we had 2 people on death hook, and we were kind of stuck where we had 2 people on death hook now, 2 generators left to be completed. We're trying to bounce between them. And then the other 2, because they don't understand that sometimes you just have to leave a generator alone, started trying to overcommit to a gen that the Death Slinger was already watching because it was almost finished. And this is kind of my entire issue, my entire problem even with the way that people play this game. And like I said, I'm not perfect either. I can give you tons and tons of examples of ways that I have just like been bad at this game, including not seeing obvious generators and not understanding how to loop properly and other things like that. I am bad at this game. You are bad at this game, and it's time for everybody to just kind of stop flaming each other and understand how much shit you could have did differently. And again, I understand it can be very frustrating, and inside of the game where your teammates can't hear you, fucking go for it, dude. Be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you stupid? What are you doing? And I understand that it's not always your fault, because I know every time I say something like, hey, you're bad at the game too, somebody's like, oh, well, tell that to my teammates who just stand in front of the killer going for flashlight blinds while he has light board. Not my fault I lost that match. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it isn't, but I guarantee you that a lot of matches you could be doing something better, and a lot of you just don't want to comprehend that. And I've just seen so much salt over the past few days of really hard learning Survivor. I've seen so many matches over the past few days where people could just not be dickheads to each other, because I can sit there and be like, no, I can point out where you did some shit wrong too. Things fall apart sometimes. Sometimes everything goes to shit and it's frustrating. And sometimes you end up, like I said, like I do, running the killer for an extended period of time and then no generators get finished and you're like, what the fuck? You know, how does that happen? How does it happen to where you run the killer for so long and yet nothing gets done? I understand that can be frustrating. And it can also be frustrating when you've got a gen to 99 and then the killer doesn't kick it and they're chasing you and for some reason that gen doesn't pop. It can all be very, very irritating, and I get that. My problem comes in when you act like you aren't on the same level. I know MMR isn't perfect, and I do have a video planned about talking about MMR here in the near future, but I do think that a lot of you don't understand that on the regular, you are put with people of your skill level. You are put with people who have similar escape rates to you do. And I think it's incredibly weird how so many people think that they're just above their solo queue teammates. Again, there are things that can be frustrating, but the sooner you start looking in on what you could be doing better, the sooner you're going to improve, and the sooner your games will also probably improve. So just keep that in mind. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Need more Kaiser in your life? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my second channel, The Kaiser Extras, where I upload full gameplays, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also upload a daily short with all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.